we know the term self-sabotage. Self-sabotage, people think that, oh, it's this conscious destruction of your job, or screaming at your boss, or yelling, destroying your relationship, or whatever else. A lot of it is, as you mentioned, relating through pain and suffering, and it's seeking connection but not knowing how to get it. And in doing that, you're creating drama, you're creating pain, with the hope that something good is going to come out of it, but usually it's not. And when you apply this to the conversation about, the victim mentality, I totally agree with you that, victim can equal love and attention in our society, and people are getting rewarded. Not everybody, I will say that. It's almost like some people are allowed to be victims right now more than other people are allowed to be victims. But pain can equal attention. Pain can equal love. And if people are creating their own suffering to seek love, first off, I think that's, it's just, as a human, it's just a hard thing, because you want people to feel love, in a healthier way. But I talk about secondary gain associated with being stuck in victim status. And, the secondary gain can be positive. It can be, I'm expressing myself, or I'm putting it out there that I've had this problem, to have community rally around me, or have healing and recovery, and attracting opportunities for healing and recovery. It could be inspiration. I call it inspiration for sublimation. Sublimation is, when you've taken something that's potentially negative and turning it into something that's a little more positive. And you may discover your purpose and your passion through the fact that you went through something really painful and had some kind of injustice. But being stuck in victim status can also be a form of, there's a term for, victim narcissism, where I'm special, look at me, it was intentional, I'm special because I'm a victim. And I also, in speaking for the type of individual this is, they could get more marketing, they could get more, they could sell products based on it, they could feel special and entitled. The world owes me something because I've suffered. So there's definitely, I really believe in the perspective of victim as part of the cycle toward vulnerability, but I also see many pitfalls with rewarding the victim status as much as it seems like our culture is right now.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up that narcissistic element, because it's a covert sort of narcissism that, in a way, in one sense, it's the opposite of typical narcissism, and in another sense, it's the same. In what we typically think of as a narcissist is somebody who's going around and beating their chest and saying, I'm the best, I'm the smartest, I'm the wealthiest, I drive the best car, and I have the nicest clothing and the nicest watch, and I'm better than that guy over there. And so this type of narcissism is different from that, in the sense that it's, look at me, I'm so weak, look at me, I'm a victim, I'm oppressed, all these other people have it so easy, I'm so oppressed. And yet it's also similar in the sense of the degree of self-obsession, of self-centeredness in the true sense of that word, of having so much of one's daily attentional resources and energy invested in analyzing oneself.
Yeah, and the other piece of it is narcissistic injury. So if you look at narcissism, there's this term, narcissistic injury, which is essentially, if you don't validate the fact that I do have the best car, I do have the best watch, I am better than everybody else, then you're my enemy, or I don't like you, or I've got conflict on you. Same thing here. If you don't validate the fact that I am a victim, if you don't validate that I've been oppressed, if you don't validate that, I'm entitled to more because I've suffered, then I don't want anything to do with you. Or in fact, I'm going to get aggressive toward you because you're not validating my idea that I am a victim. For whatever reason, I need to be a victim because I'm either stuck in the victim status or it's early and I'm still discovering it, which is healthy, or it's something unhealthy or manipulative. Like I've got a book coming out and I want to make sure that everybody knows I'm a victim before the book, or, just for whatever reason that somebody has.